It's not over yet, ladies. It's not over for us yet. I don't know why, but women have been made to feel less than for doing the most natural thing in the world, and that is age. So what if our 20s, 30s, and 40s are behind us? Are we supposed to just give up on life because we are now middle-aged women? Simply throw in the towel and let it all go? Hell no! Aging is nothing to be embarrassed about. So this video is for the woman who still loves to express herself through fashion and beauty, but perhaps maybe experiencing an identity crisis. I believe that we all have our own personal style. So at 22 years old, I traveled to Europe and became obsessed with Parisian style. So I was in Paris and I was totally seduced by the fashion, the women, the way they dressed, the whole experience of getting a coffee and just looking so polished and effortlessly chic. Would you believe that I had my first cappuccino in Paris on a sidewalk cafe, and it was absolutely fabulous. So yes, I just became obsessed with Parisian style. I identified with it immediately because it felt so inherent in me. Timeless, effortless, and impossibly chic. You know something? I never felt cool enough to rock trends. I just didn't. I don't know why, but for some reason, I felt separated from that. So instead, I fell in love with Chanel. And you know what? It didn't even matter that I couldn't afford it, because I knew that I could channel my inner Coco in my own way without having to buy into the brand. It was the high neck collars and the pearl and velvet chokers and black and white outfits, boucle, tweed, cap-toe shoes, the little black dress, nautical vibes, all of these looks, vibes, whatever you want to call it, they just spoke to me. And you know what? At age 22, nobody was dressing like that. Every girl was wearing whatever was on trend at the moment, and here I was dressed up very conservatively. Well, that's what my mum and dad used to say, that I was just so conservative. I wasn't showing off leg, I wasn't showing off cleavage. I was just going in a completely opposite direction. And you know what? That whole Chanel-esque vibe, Parisian style, whatever it is you want to call it, is at the core of my personal style. And I have to say that my passion for thrift and vintage clothing is what really shaped my personal style. At this stage of our lives, we should have a pretty good idea of what suits us best, right? And so there's never been a more fitting time to curate our forever wardrobe. I guarantee you that if you eyeball your wardrobe, you will see a common thread. Certain pieces that keep being repeated. That is you. But to really take your personal style up a notch, you need to add layers. Branch out from those tried and true pieces in your wardrobe with a different color, a different fabric, and little details like buttons and embellishments and ribbons and bows and that kind of thing. Before we get into the tips, I do want to address the phrase age appropriate. I've come to a place with it where I realize it is relevant when it comes to fashion. Is it age appropriate for a young girl to be dressed in leather and lace? Is it age appropriate for a 70-year-old to strut around in Daisy Dukes? I know that these are two extreme examples. My point is that age does play a role when we are dressing ourselves, but it doesn't have to define you, if you know what I mean. You make the judgment. If you feel good, if you look good, and you know that it looks tasteful and represents the woman you are, then yes, go for it. So let's get started with some tips that may help you transition into this new trajectory of your life. There is no consistency when it comes to sizing across the board in fashion. Especially now with oversized styling being such a thing, you could pick up an item that is labeled as small, but it actually looks and fits like an extra large. So if you don't see something that you like in your size, shop outside of your size range, pick it up, hold it against you, get a feel of the piece, and you can easily work out if it's going to work on you or not. Just don't get hung up on the number on that bloody tag, because who freaking cares? Wearing luxury labels doesn't automatically make you stylish. It just says that you have money. Or even worse, you may be spending beyond your means because you feel that you need that dress, that bag, that shoe to feel and look great because Vogue said so. Branch out and collect pieces from the flea market, the thrift store, the vintage stores, consignment stores, a little bit of high street. And of course, yes, why not treat yourself to a designer piece now and then? Adding those different elements into your wardrobe creates such a gorgeous, unique look that cannot be copied, because in my humble opinion, that way of styling transcends luxury brands, trends, and even age. So just buy what you love. Buy what you love. Buy what you love, no matter where it's from. Before you part with your hard-earned cash, picture that item in your mind's eye, and if you cannot think of 3 different ways to style it and 3 different places to wear it, then don't buy it. Just let it go. Just let it go. Invest in pieces that work into your everyday life. But having said that, if you are anything like me and you have an insatiable desire for clothing and you love to get dressed up every day, even though you may live in a small, sleepy coastal town where your fellow coasties sometimes don't even wear shoes, and people ask you every day, "Wow, you look nice. Why are you all dressed up? Where are you off to?" If this resonates with you, my friends, then this rule does not apply. Except maybe if you are going to the beach, for a walk or a wander to grab a coffee, then wear that silk shirt, wear that silk piece, but wear some denim with it instead of trouser pants. Just try and ground it a little bit so that you still look elevated, you're still playing dress up, you're still feeding that addiction, but you don't stick out like a sore thumb. Invest in shoes, bags, jewelry. Even if you are a very simple girl and you don't like frou-frou outfits, if you invest in your shoes, your bag, and your jewelry, and you accessorize your outfit, you will look elevated, you will look just so chic, even if you are just in a very predictable t-shirt and jeans. Okay, think about a cake or even a cupcake, right? What is a cake without the decorations on top, without the icing and the cream and the sprinkles and the chocolate and the little gold leaf, whatever that thing's called that you can eat? It's edible. What is a cake without decoration? It just doesn't look very appetizing or enticing, but when you see a cake with beautiful decoration, wow. Not only are you going to have a piece of that cake, you're going to go back for seconds. Yeah, you are. You're going to go back for seconds because of that decoration. I'm telling you, accessories can elevate the most simple outfit into something just simply stunning. If you are not a jewelry person, you don't wear jewelry, you don't like it, it's not for you, you can't be bothered changing your jewelry up every day, wear a timepiece. A watch is just... Look, I will never be an Apple Watch girl because of my love for watches. I collect them, I think they look just so old world, timeless, classic, elegant. Listen, I remember My first overseas trip, I was 19, I went to Hawaii. Even at the ripe old age of 19, I was addicted to magazines, American Vogue in particular. And through those glossy pages, I discovered Raymond Weil watches and I fell in love. And so when I got to the States, I searched high and low for this Raymond Weil watch and I bought it. And I loved that watch so freaking much. And it just started my love affair with watches. You know, I didn't care about buying lots and lots of stuff, lots and lots of shoes and bags and jewelry. I just wanted a couple of beautiful things. I had saved up this money for this particular watch. I remember it was gold, a gold band, gold hardware, the whole thing, but the face was black and it was just stunning and it was square and it was just amazing. And I bought it and I wore it for many, many years until one day our house got broken into and it got stolen and I was very sad. But you know, invest in a timepiece, you guys. Even if you buy one that's vintage. I have a few that I have thrifted and they're beautiful and I love them and I just feel like a very chic, elegant woman when I'm wearing a watch. Layering adds a whole other dimension to your outfit. And there is an art to layering, okay? We do not want to be just reaching for the closest thing, adding all these different layers that are not thought out, because we will only end up looking like a crazy bag lady. If you're gonna wear layers, make sure that it's thought out. There is an art to layering, my friends. It needs to flow and look effortless and chic. Layering definitely makes a statement. And sometimes your layers don't even have to be functional. And what I mean by that is you may have a gorgeous top that has a stripe in it and you need, you know, something black to tie in your black accessories. So you tie on this long sleeve top in a way that shows off the stripe, even though you have no intention of wearing that top. It's specifically there for a reason. It's a styling element. Another example. You know, a knit thrown over your shoulders. Sometimes I love throwing a knit over my shoulders. I have no intention of putting it on. It's a beautiful spring day, mild weather like it is today, and I throw it on over my shoulders because my dress is sleeveless and it needs something. It needs a layer. It needs something to add dimension. You have to think outside of the box. You know, normally you would think, I'm not taking a jacket or a knit because it's hot, I won't be needing it. But for someone who loves layering and really committing to a look, is going to grab that knit to throw over their shoulders or a blazer to throw over their shoulders without actually putting their arms into the sleeves, just to have it draped over the shoulder because it's theatrical and romantic and creates a vibe, if you know what I mean. I love tying scarves around my hat. I'm a hat girl, I wear hats a lot. So I get a scarf that has some kind of color in my outfit, or maybe it's a completely different color contrasting my outfit and something I want, you know, to make my hat pop. I will tie that scarf around the crown of the hat and the hat's transformed. Or I will throw on a tie, a men's tie, or even a piece of beautiful fabric that I use as a necktie. I will throw that around my neck with a shirt, with a collared shirt, but not actually fit it into the collar. Maybe have a couple of buttons undone and then the necktie just strewn loosely around my neck and look really deconstructed. This is what I mean by layering. Every piece that is used to add layers to the outfit is intentional. Blazers will automatically turn you into a stylish woman. I would go as far as to say that there is no other item in my wardrobe, no shoe, no bag, no watch, that makes me feel as polished and as chic as a blazer. Invest in the best blazer that you can afford. If you want a good one, they are expensive. Or do as I do, my friends, and go hunting for the blazer of your dreams. I found mine in my local op shop I think it was for $5. It's a wool cashmere blend. It's black. It's amazing. So whether you are shopping retail for a blazer or you're looking for one in the op shops, make sure that it fits you well. Think about your height, think about your shoulders, and button it up. You got to make sure that you can button it up. If you are wearing a blazer and you can't do the buttons, let it go. Make sure you can button it up, but not only that, make sure that you can sit in it while it's buttoned up and you can move your hands as though you're eating a meal. That is the perfect fit. It needs to be a little oversized. You don't have to buy into the whole drastically oversized blazer trend. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a blazer that will fit you regardless of what you have layered underneath, regardless of what you are doing. It's gonna look amazing. Just take note of the fabric. Like I mentioned, mine's a wool cashmere blend. A lot of my blazers are wool or a wool blend, a linen blend, a cotton blend. Stay away from polyester. Make sure it's lined, and that blazer will last you for a lifetime. You can be as extreme as you want with your blazer collection, my friends. I have one in almost every single neutral color or primary color, because if I am wearing color in my blouse or my shoe or my bag, I love to tie that color in with my blazer. So you can take it as far as you like, extreme like me, or just that one dream black blazer. Either way, you're set. If you feel that you are not particularly one who knows how to wear color and how to pair colors together and that kind of thing, then stick to monochromatic outfits. They will always look so pulled together. Wear one color. It's as simple as that. Wear one color or different shades of that one color. It's a no-brainer way to style. You will look chic and effortless. So just think tonal or monochromatic, and you can always add a contrasting color with your shoe and your bag, which is the perfect segue into my next tip. So if you are wearing accessories, make sure you tie them in together. So even though we're being very intentional with tying our accessories in together, it's not going to look contrived. It's just going to look very polished and pulled together. Shoes. Your shoes need to be modern, period. Just, that's it. Shoes can make or break an outfit, my friends. If you are pairing an outdated shoe because it's comfortable or because you spent a lot of money on them, you're making a big mistake. You are doing you and your outfit a disservice. Shoes need to be modern. They do. They need to be modern. I'm not a trend follower, but when it comes to shoes, yes, I like to wear whatever is relevant in fashion. But having said that, I do own a few vintage pairs of shoes, right? They still reflect what's going on in fashion currently because they've come back around and they're in again, or they just never went out to begin with because they're classic and timeless. Make sure they are in mint condition. If they're not, even if they're Chanel, don't buy them. That is it. You've got two options, nothing else. Modern shoes or vintage shoes that are timeless. Nothing else is gonna work. It needs to be that, those two things, that's it. Anything else in your wardrobe, just get rid of it. Donate it, you had fun with it, it's not supposed to last forever. Let it go, invest in a beautiful modern flat, a kitten heel, a white trainer, an edgy boot. These are the types of shoes that can be worn with so many outfits. You will wear them time and time again, which is why I invest in shoes and bags over clothing. So that's all I have to say about shoes. Create something signature about your style. It's going to be recognizable because it's an extension of you. It's part of your style, right? It could be as simple as a lipstick color. It could be a piece of jewelry, something that never leaves your body. For me personally, when I am dressing myself, my outfits will almost always have an unexpected element, whether it's an unexpected shoe or an unexpected bag, something that is just, oh, wow, you know, I would never think to wear that with that outfit, but it looks great. It looks so good. That is my signature on things. Just, I love an unexpected element in my styling. It's just who I am. So whatever it is for you, something signature about your outfit, about your look, because it's a whole vibe, right? It's like putting a stamp on your style. Ladies, wear your clothes. Don't save them for a special occasion. Don't save it for when you lose weight. Don't save it because it's so expensive and, you know, I just can't wear it. Wear your clothes. Stop reaching for that predictable, comfy outfit and grab those pieces in your wardrobe that you just lusted over and fell in love with and bought on a whim because they just spoke to you. Every day is a special occasion, my friends. We are lucky to be here at this age, right? And life's only going to get shorter from here on. So you may as well take life on by the balls in a fabulous outfit and just wear your clothes. Don't be precious about your items. Don't worry if you're going to get scuff marks on your $1,500 shoes. Don't worry if your clothing isn't going to be in mint condition anymore. Stop thinking that way. Let go of that. Let go of that. It's holding you back and you are fabulous. That's why you bought that amazing piece, so wear it. Worn in pieces become part of you. It becomes an extension of you. You know, you can tell when a woman is wearing something for the first time because she's just fussing over it, right? She's babying over it and fussing over it and trying to get any marks off her bag or her shoes. That is not a good look, my friends. Everything looks better when it's lived in. Even makeup and hair. I just hate that whole idea of perfection. Lived in makeup, lived in clothing, it's perfection to me. It really is. So wear your clothes, ladies. Now, on the opposite end of that spectrum is don't get rid of things that you love just because they're old and you feel you need to invest in new current pieces, right? If you love something, wear it over and over and over again. I do. I repurpose my pieces time and time again. I style them up in different ways. I winterize them. I summerize them. I just will milk that item as much as I can because I'm obsessed with it. You don't just get rid of old things because they're old, right? We're old. Should people just get rid of us because we're old? No. Old can be beautiful, my friends. It really can. I think I've always been an old soul, okay? Yes, I am officially old, I guess, but I've always been this way. I love old buildings, old cars. I love vintage clothing. I love old people. I've always gravitated towards older people. I just love everything old. And I think old can be beautiful. So don't get rid of those pieces that you love just because you've worn them to death and they're old and you feel you should be wearing something different. No. I know that some of you out there are hanging on by your fingernails to those stilettos because they make you feel powerful, they make you feel sexy, they give you a few centimeters extra in height. I know, I used to love stilettos too, but my friends, the one thing that I look for in an outfit when I'm styling myself or when I am shopping for something is comfort. If I am not comfortable, no matter how much I love said item, I'm not gonna buy it. I have been there and done that. Seriously, I remember being in my 20s and going to a nightclub and not wearing something long sleeved or taking a jacket or coat because I wanted to wear this cute little outfit and I didn't want to have to worry about where I was going to put my coat if I'm going, onto the dance floor. I would wear stilettos because I just loved how I felt in them because I'm a shorty. And it didn't matter that I came home with blisters on my feet or that I could barely walk in them. You don't have to get rid of your stiletto heels. There will come a time and a place for them. Maybe a wedding, some very fancy to do. There will be a time and a place for that stiletto heel. If you're working a 9 to 5, or you are just one that loves a heel with your outfits, it's just your vibe, it's just your style, you go out a lot, whatever it is, but you are in your 50s, then swap out that stiletto heel for a kitten heel and you can thank me later. Kitten heels, despite what the masses think, are not daggy, my friends. They are not. They are simply chic, cute, and sexy, if you ask me. Especially when they're worn with jeans. A kitten heel and jeans is such a gorgeous combination. Such a gorgeous combination. Even with a dress and a skirt, a kitten heel does not have to be daggy. Being comfortable, walking confidently, and not coming home with blistered feet far outweighs the feeling or the vibe or whatever it is that you get from wearing a stiletto heel. Just don't do it to yourselves anymore, ladies. We have nothing to prove, ladies. We are in our 50s now. We do not want to look like we're trying, my friends. We are going to be strutting in our sexy little kitten heel with confidence and comfort, and just leave those stilettos to the 20-somethings. And even the 30-somethings. Just let them have it. All yours, ladies. Just hand it over to them. We've had our day with them. We're not missing out on anything. Okay, let's talk about bags for a second. I know that big bags are on trend at the moment. I know, but I don't really care about trends. I don't. I want to look modern, but I don't want to look trendy, okay? So for me, the only big bag I would ever wear is a backpack or a tote bag. Any other bag is small. Small and cute. I think small bags are just so modern. You could wear something vintage and pair it with a small little top handle bag and you've modernized that vintage outfit. I love top handle bags. I love crossbody bags. This barking dog is killing my vibe. Okay, let's plow ahead. Yes, small bags. I just don't think that those larger shoulder bags are cute. They're not cute. They are not cute and they can ruin a whole outfit, and they say something about you too. If you're holding a cute little modern top handle bag or a crossbody bag or a backpack, you're cool, you're modern, you're just... Get rid of those shoulder bags. You know which ones I'm talking about. The zip all the way, you open it up, all your junk's inside, everything's in there, everything. Makeup, hairspray, agendas, pens, everything's in that bag. And do we really need all that stuff, you guys? I don't. I'm just so low maintenance. The only things I carry with me every day is a lip balm, my keys, my phone, my migraine medication, and a small little wallet. That's it. That is all I have in my bag. No deodorants, no lip liners, no lipsticks, no miniature perfumes, no diaries, nothing else. But if you are a corporate lady and a crossbody or small top handle bag just won't do, then invest in a gorgeous classic tote bag. Perhaps maybe even invest in one that's a little more expensive, but it's going to last you year after year after year. You can go to the outlets and get one from Coach or Kate Spade or Michael Kors. They usually have a gorgeous tote that's a couple of $100, which is probably what Country Road or Witchery are charging for something that may not even be leather. So just invest in beautiful bags, purses, go for the smaller ones if you want to be modern and cute, because we do have a small window, my friends, where we can still look cute, right? It's not over yet, ladies. It's not over for us yet. Okay, we are not throwing in the towel, remember? Even backpacks. I just love the vibe of a backpack. I feel either very tomboyish or schoolgirlish. Love it. I am the kind of girl who wears a different bag with every outfit. I do. I have an extensive bag collection, but it's not all, luxury, Chanel, Dior, YSL, this and that. My bags are high street, vintage, thrift, a little bit of luxury, but they are mostly beautifully crafted bags, the best that I can afford, because I will not, my friends, walk into a luxury boutique, any high-end kind of shop, and pay full price for a bag. I just won't. I am not. That is just not my sensibilities as a shopper. I am a very savvy shopper. If I am going to buy retail, I never pay full price. I always wait for the sales. And if I am going to buy luxury, it's from a consignment store. It's pre-loved, in good condition, that's good enough for me. So I buy the best that I can afford because I know I'm going to wear that bag over and over and over and over again. I don't want to buy into the it bag of the moment. I have bags that are half my age. I do, my friends. And you don't get over bags that are trendless, timeless, just good quality. You don't get over that. I would rather go for quality than quantity when it comes to shoes and bags. And this is just a personal tip when it comes to styling my bag. I love my bag to pop. So I am wearing cream wide leg pants with a tan and white gingham off the shoulder top. Very neutral colors. When I went out for my coffee today, I took my Coach bag, which is in a beautiful, rich cognac color, and it popped against my outfit, and that's just how I like to style my bags. Don't be afraid of color. It does wonders for an aging complexion. That pop of color, it just livens up your skin. So, I do love my neutrals, don't get me wrong, but color, when paired the right way, it's just so like eye-catching, And this may not be a popular opinion, but I do believe that white, not technically a color, but I do believe that white suits everybody. I know there's some of you who are saying, white does not suit me, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, you know what? I disagree. I think that white suits everybody. And if you try it and you're still convinced that it doesn't suit you, then try wearing white contrasted with a different color. I love white with black trims, like a black trim around the collar and the cuffs. I love that. Or white with a splash of a primary color, like I'm wearing today. My outfit is essentially neutral. A white bodysuit, gray denim, white shoes, and I was wearing a white bag today. This gorgeous red, not only do I think it does something to my complexion, it's a mood booster. Color is a mood booster. But the general rule of thumb for me is that I don't wear more than three. 3 in total, and that's including my accessories. I just think it looks chic, and wearing more than that, I think looks messy. So stick to 3. Anything more than that gets confusing. Stick to 3. I have actually made a video all about how to color coordinate your outfits like a pro. I will link that video down below. Oh, and one other thing, if I am wearing a multicolored print, I will choose one color in my print, usually the most minimal color, and I will tie in that same color with my accessories. It just, makes that color pop. And that's essentially what I look for when I'm wearing color, is I want to pop, So it doesn't have to be this head to toe look of color. It can be worn minimally, but don't be afraid of it, and let me know what you think. Make sure that your outfits have balance, and I mean that quite literally. So if you are wearing wide leg pants on the bottom, then go for something a little more tailored on the top, and if not tailored and you are petite, maybe something cropped, not long and voluminous like the wide leg pants, and vice versa. And also, if you are wearing cleavage, okay? You want to show off your cleavage, then keep everything else covered up. Just show your wrists and your ankles, which I happen to think are just so alluring. I just love wearing a deep V shirt or top, which just kind of gives a little glimpse. I wouldn't even call it cleavage. It's kind of like the swell of my breasts. And usually when I do that, everything else is covered up. I do love an exposed wrist and ankle though. I think that is just, it's so old school. Back in the day, men used to go wild for a woman's ankle and wrist. Imagine that, right? How times have changed. Now, everyone's just showing everything. But yeah, if you're gonna wear a short skirt and bare your legs, then keep the girls under wraps. It's just balancing out your outfit. So before you leave the house, take a good look in the mirror, and not a half mirror, a full length mirror where you can see the whole outfit. And if your outfit looks sloppy, it's probably because it's not balanced. A balanced outfit will always look just so pulled together. And my final tip to you, my sweet ladies, is this. There is a difference between being trendy and modern. I have no interest in being trendy. I just want to look modern. I want to look modern when I'm wearing my vintage clothing. I want to look modern without buying into the trends. Remember, it's the largest fashion houses of the world that dictate trends. And you know which ones I'm talking about. Chanel, Gucci, YSL, Louis Vuitton, Chloe. Then you get the high street brands like H&M and Zara, etc. following their lead. And they churn out these pieces so fast that they're in and out of the stores like that, because they're made in cheaper materials, cheaper craftsmanship, and it's just boom, 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 boom. And that's when we see it everywhere. We see it everywhere on everyone. And then it begins all over again next season. I'm just not really interested in trends. And it's not because I want to stand out, I want to look different. It's simply because I don't want to look like everybody else. I truly believe you can still look modern without buying into trends. Remember I mentioned the modern shoe? If you're going to buy into a trend, let it be the shoes. A modern shoe will automatically modernize your outfit. More than half of my wardrobe is thrifted and vintage, and I happen to believe that my outfits still look modern. And the way I manage to achieve this, I think, is because I pay more attention to the silhouettes that are on trend, the colors that are on trend, the vibe that is on trend, and I will make sure that I have at least one of those elements in my outfit so that I look modern. Listen, I am on a poor girl's budget, but I am obsessed with clothes. So going thrifting and looking for current pieces in the thrift shop, and vintage pieces, of course, I'm a vintage lover, I just apply those principles and somehow It just works. My outfits are modern, a little offbeat, very unique and individual, and can't be copied. And to me, that is true personal style. And so, my gorgeous fellow 50-somethings, I think that's about it. Just remember that finding your personal style makes your wardrobe work for you. Even though we are in our 50s, hopefully we are still evolving and growing in all areas of our lives, including our style. Continue to be inspired. Inspiration can come from the most unexpected places. Whatever we expose ourselves to influences our style. For me, it's art, it's music, it's my travels, people watching. I am always looking for inspiration. And your personal style transcends your clothing, right? So don't forget to pay attention to your hair, your nails, your makeup. Remember, less is more as we age. I truly believe that. Your hair, you don't have to spend hours styling it. For me, if these bits that frame my face, if they're done and my ends are smoothed out with a curling brush and a hairdryer, which takes 5 minutes, the rest, I just let it do its own thing, that's good enough for me. And also, I use my hands a lot when I talk, in case you hadn't noticed. And so, why not give them something pretty to look at, right? My nails are always painted, and I only stick to 3 colors: red, black, and nude. And that is because those 3 colors don't clash with my outfits. They just go with anything I'm wearing. And makeup, I used to love bronzer. I did. I used to love it. Lately, I don't even touch it. I don't. I love blush. I think it's so fresh and youthful. And whatever's left on my brush, I just run over my eyelids, just very carelessly. No thought involved, no mirror needed, and it ties in that blush and just gives your eyes a little bit of definition. I don't wear foundation every day. I just don't like any makeup that covers up my skin. I want to be able to see my skin come through, my lips come through. I love mascara, lip balm, and blush. And so I love the juxtaposition of my femininity against my androgynous outfits. I love that. So have fun with your style. Don't take it too seriously. You don't have to be just one thing. It's all about self-expression. That is personal style. Personality style. So say who you are without having to speak. And remember, ladies, that fashion is geared towards trends, but style is geared towards you. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I've inspired you, even in some very small way. And I really hope I see you guys in my next one.